A very good morning to the students of classes 9. Hope all of you have enjoyed your summer vacations nicely, staying at home with your family, spending quality time, and you all are now freshen up to and geared up to do your studies further. You proceed with your studies and full of enthusiasm and freshness. Now students, before summer vacation we dealt with the first chapter. What was the chapter's name? It was Matter in Our Surroundings. Okay. In that we learned various terms about the different states, 3 states of matter, and then boiling, and then evaporation, latent heat, then latent heat of fusion, vaporization, diffusion, different terms we state. Now today I will start off with your second chapter, Is Matter Around Us Pure? Is matter around us pure? So students, please take out your books and copies, and whatever notes I am giving after the video, whatever notes I will be sending, please note it down. And while I will be writing on the board, if you find anything that you should write or note down, please do it. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask me. Now, we know that all the matter around us are not pure. If you take some soil or 2 different places, you will see that soil contains some clay particles, some grass particles, and some insects. So, matter around us, they exist in the form of mixture. Now, we will talk about the matter. Matter, on the basis of chemical nature, matter can be classified into, on the basis of chemical nature, matter can be classified into 2 things. That is, one is pure substances, and second is impure substances, which you call it as the mixture. Okay. Now this mixture or pure substances, they can be further classified into elements and compounds. Whereas these impure substances can be classified into homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Under this homogeneous comes 2 solutions, and under this comes suspension and colloidal solution. Now, what is the definition of a pure substance? A pure substance is a homogeneous substance or material which contains particles of only one kind, having definite set of properties. Okay, so pure substance is a homogeneous in nature, containing only one type of or one kind of definite set of properties in definite proportion. For example, if you take oxygen gas, sulfur, iron, these are pure substances. like sodium chloride, magnesium oxide, these are also pure substances. What are the characteristics? So, pure substances definition, it contains a definite set of properties. Okay. Now, what are the characteristics of pure substances? What does pure substances do? Now, what are the characteristics of pure substances? Characteristics. First, it contains only one kind of particles or same kind of particles. Okay, contains one or same kind of particles. Second, homogeneous in nature. Homogeneous in nature. Third, it has definite set of properties. Okay, definite set of properties, and has same composition throughout. One more, that is having same composition throughout. So these are the characteristics of pure substances. Like if you take and pure substances I have given you, these pure substances, this can be classified as elements and compounds. In the element you can name it as hydrogen, helium, oxygen. If you take compound, sodium chloride, magnesium oxide, magnesium chloride, etc. Okay. Now when you burn mercury oxide, it splits up in mercury and oxygen. Coming to the impure substances. Impure substances is also called as mixture. It contains a varied type of properties. Means it's a mixture of various components. Of two or more components or more elements or compounds, they are mixed in a indefinite proportion. There is no fixed proportion they are mixed. Now what will be their characteristics? What will be the characteristics of those? What are the characteristics of mixture? First, it has got variable composition. Number one, variable composition, that means they can mix in any ratio. First, variable composition. Number two, they have got physical change. That means they cannot be bound. Like if you take a mixture of iron and sulfur, you can mix it, again you can get that. Okay, like air is a mixture. Okay, it is composing of oxygen, nitrogen, and you can separate it out. So physical change, they have got physical change. No specific properties, no specific properties. Third, fourth, homogeneous and heterogeneous in nature. Okay, homogeneous and heterogeneous in nature. That is, most of the mixtures are heterogeneous in nature. That means they are most of them are heterogeneous in nature. This is correct. Homogeneous mainly it refers to pure substances. Okay. Now they can be separated. Next property, they can be separated through physical method. Can be separated by physical method. No energy change is either released or gained during a chemical reaction. My dear students, so I hope this much is clear to you. Matter classified into metals, pure substances, impure substances, pure substances, the definition, properties, elements and mixture, then I gave you the characteristics, and then I came to the impure substances, distinguishing into homogeneous and heterogeneous, and then I came to the characteristics of the homogeneous. Now I will start off with the different types of mixtures, that is different types of mixtures on the basis of their composition. Now mixtures can be classified into two groups, that is homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Now, what we will see the properties of homogeneous mixture. Now it has got, homogeneous mixture have got uniform composition throughout the solution, like mixture of salt and water, sugar and water. These are having uniform composition. Secondly, this doesn't show Tyndall effect. Now you may ask, what is Tyndall effect? That I will discuss later in the chapters when I go forward. No visible boundaries of separation is there in between the particles of the, like if you, once sugar is dissolved in water, you cannot distinguish whereas the sugar from water. You can just see water. It cannot, the constituent particles cannot be separated by sedimentation or decantation. You cannot just do sedimentation or decantation to get sugar. And alloys are examples of homogeneous mixture. Coming to the heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture do not have uniform composition. It doesn't have any uniform composition, number one. Secondly, it doesn't have got any visible boundaries of separation. Third, the constituent of the particles can be separated by any physical method. They may or may not show Tyndall effect. So let us write some properties or distinguish. First, has uniform composition. Uniform composition throughout. No uniform composition. No uniform composition. Second, no visible boundaries of separation. No visible boundaries of separation. Has visible boundaries of separation. Third is doesn't show Tyndall effect. No, doesn't show Tyndall effect. Shows Tyndall effect. Fourth point, solution, true solution is homogeneous in nature. Homogeneous. This one, suspension or colloid is heterogeneous. Then one more point I will tell you. Size of the particles is less than 1 nanometer. Size of particles less than 1 nanometer. Size of particles in between 1 to 100 nanometer. So more points, that The particles are not visible under microscope in homogeneous. The particles are visible in microscope in under heterogeneous. Alloy, air, alcohol, these are all homogeneous mixture. Water and oil, sand, these are all heterogeneous mixture. Now, there are certain substances like alloys. Alloys, what do you mean by alloy? One very important question. Alloys, what are alloys? You know, brass, bronze, gunpowder, these are all alloys. Alloys are homogeneous mixture of metal as well as non-metal, and they can't be separated by any physical method. Now, some examples of homogeneous and mixture. So please, in your book, page number 74, there is one chart given, type of the mixture, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Under gas in gas mixture, air is a homogeneous mixture. Gas in liquid, aerated water is a homogeneous mixture. Gas in solid, hydrogen in palladium. Liquid in liquid, ethyl alcohol and water, that is a homogeneous mixture. Oil and water, that is a heterogeneous mixture. Solid in liquid, like sugar in water, homogeneous. Chalk powder in water, that is heterogeneous. And solid in solid, you can say alloy, homogeneous. Sand and iron fillings, this one. Please write this chart, table 2.1, page number 74. Table 2.1, page 74. In your school book, please write it in your copy. Please note down whenever I give you the notes. So please go through this. While I have taught you this much, please go through it and try to note down the things. Along with this, you will write some NCERT questions given in page number 75. Like what is meant by pure substances, distinguish between the properties of homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture, what is the other name of pure substances like mixture, give 2 examples of it. Now name 3 mixtures found in nature and which of the following are. That means it. Check your progress. Page number 75, check your progress. This also you will write in your book. Okay. These things you do when the school reopens. You can write on both the side. If any diagram you have to draw, you will draw it on the white paper. Complete your copies. Note, I will be providing you the note. In the note, some more things may be there, but I am not going to give because it is just the introductory chapter of the lesson. So this much if you can write, will be. Thank you. You may enjoy a pleasant day.